Hanuman, who was given the boon of Chiranjeevi, that is, immortal, and is believed to be alive. As long as Rama's name echoes on this earth, Hanuman shall remain. One example of his liveliness is found in Ashok Vatika. Yes, the same Vatika where Mata Sita was kept in captivity. Now, the story goes on May 27, 2014, near Ashok Vatika. There resides a tribe called Matanga tribe in the dense remote jungles of Sri Lanka, isolated from modern civilization. Their traditions and beliefs are ancient, tracing back to a time when they are said to have cared for Lord Hanuman during his meditation in the region. For centuries, they have passed down an astonishing belief that every 41 years, Hanuman, whom they revere as Anjaneya Swami, appears before them in real physical form. Not a vision, not a dream, but walking, breathing, blessing their people. So on May 27th, 2014, as the sun reaches its peak, the tribe gathered under a massive sacred tree. Their elders had foretold this day just as it happened in the past. And then it happened. A figure appeared, clothed in deep saffron, glowing with an unearthly aura. He spoke not in a known language, but in a vibration that every being present could understand. It wasn't heard through ears, it was felt in the heart that every being present could understand. He placed his hand on each devotee's head, blessing them. And then, just like that, he vanished into the air. The tribes call it as Atma Gyan blessing, means the blessing of soul realization, and they now awaits for his next darshan in 2055, exactly 41 years later. Now, this is not just one real life example. In July 2008, at the peak of his presidential campaign, Times magazine ran a fascinating photo feature titled What Obama Carries with Him. As part of the article, they asked Obama that what personal items he kept in his pocket. In response, Barack Obama emptied his pocket and a photo was taken of small item he carried every day. Among the mix were a tiny idol of Lord Hanuman. He believed that what better guide than Hanuman, the one who carried mountains, crossed oceans, and served truth with unshakable resolve. Now, these are not just examples, these are evidences that Hanuman is a living energy that can walk with you, guide you, protect you, even if you are halfway across the globe, leading a superpower. And there are many such examples where they have witnessed the presence of Hanuman. So now, let's know from Sadhguru about Hanuman's power and the power of his bhakta.
Hanuman is a superman. He is a superman. His strength is his devotion. The devotion in his heart is so strong. Because of that, he stood out shining because of his sheer devotion. So, yes, the occult sciences have many aspects to it. One Veda is dedicated towards this, Atharvana Veda is all about this. Hanuman becoming small, big, very much possible. It was very much prevalent in this country, in this culture, but it was looked down upon. But it was looked up elsewhere, particularly in the Native American cultures. There is a whole tradition of shamanism where it is even today there's any amount of talk about how a Native American shaman becomes an eagle, becomes a fly, becomes a wolf, transforms himself into some other form and gets there and all this. So these are not just stories, it is very much a possibility that one can transform his form if he wishes to. And even today, it is a phenomena that's been witnessed by many people, particularly Hanuman devotees. Change of form is a very common thing among the devotees of Hanuman even today, because that is the trend he set.
When I was
I think just seeing a video of that man who is presently known as Ram Das in United States, who became a big phenomena during 70s, probably 60s and 70s, 60s, I think. So he was one of them who was a Harvard University professor experimenting with LSD in a big way. They even manufacturing LSD in Harvard University. They thought this is the way to nirvana. That's when very boldly California started advertising. In India it takes 12 years. Here it just takes quick. Ram Das also traveled to India with his talk of LSD. He's hardcore now. He can pop 2, 3 LSDs in a day. So he came to Neem Karoli Baba, who is a mystic, a tantric of enormous capabilities. And I want you to clear your head about what a tantric is. A man of capabilities, a tantric. He's a huge man, a worshipper of Hanuman. He came to Neem Karoli Baba and said, I got some real stuff from heaven. You take this, everything that's worth knowing opens up. Do you know something about this? Neem Karoli Baba asked, what is that, show me? So he gave him this many. He said, how many do you have, show me? He had that many, which would be, which would last for many days or months for Ram Das. He said, give it to me. So he gave it to him, a whole handful of LSD, he just popped it and swallowed it. And just sat there and continued whatever he was doing. Ram Das was sitting there and hoping that the man is going to explode and die now. But the guy didn't show any signs of LSD in him. He just continued, just to demonstrate to Ram Das, you're just wasting your life on some stupid stuff. That stuff is not going to get you across. So, out of his love for Ram Das, or out of Ram Das's own sincerity and willingness to receive, a certain dimension definitely descended upon him. Because Ram Das is not Ram Das out of his own capabilities. Ram Das is not Ram Das out of his own sadhana. Ram Das has become Ram Das simply because he did one sensible thing of sitting with a man like Neem Karoli Baba in his life and imbibed a certain aspect of that person. And Neem Karoli Baba wanted many windows to open up. So, he created one window and sent it to America.